Hello and welcome to another Culture Foolishness. This is episode 8, and we are doing a culture news break. And our illustrious co host is back, Coach Tamara. What's going on?
Back like I never left. You feel me though. You feel me. Um, Life been lifing, y'all, but we here.
Yeah, no, good. We've been meaning to mix it up, so we just took the opportunity of a little, stuff going on with Coach Tamara, which honestly was just not feeling well. So I just felt like,
Yeah,
let's get somebody else in here, pinch hit for you real quick. And Ash Sanders did great. I hope you watched that episode. I don't know if you did, but maybe I don't know.
Shouts out to her. Thank you for stepping on in. And a gangster had messed around and got sick. Disrespectful.
Yeah, it happens to the best of us. I'm want to keep continue dodging it. I'm gonna take some black seed oil as soon as I get off of this show right now. It just reminded me what I need to be doing.
Yes, yeah, go do that shit. Because these people they out here with cooties like we're freaking
Heavy,
4 years old.
heavy.
Just they got the cooties touched for real, for real. And you can't cross your fingers with these
Get
niggas.
away! Get away! Get
No,
away!
you can't even cross your fingers with these niggas. They airborne. It's rough out here. Anyway, don't get me
All
started.
out here for a pimp. But
Get me started.
let's see. We have a couple things to cover because it's been some mess going on in the world since we last convened. But
Yes.
I want to start with, and you brought this up, and I
Mm-hmm.
actually agree with doing this as a kind of lightweight, but we definitely have some opinions on this. Devon Franklin just got engaged.
Congratulations to the good man, Devon Franklin. I have met him before. He is a very nice guy. Um, Preacher slash Hollywood producer. And most people know him as the now ex-husband of Megan Good. And so they divorced in 2022. I believe he filed in 21,
Hmm.
divorced in 22. He was back out in these streets. It sucks from what I hear. And and then he got about them streets, and he ain't trying to be a player no more. And so he didn't, he think he found the one that he can, live his life for. So I saw a lot of hateration and holleration in the dancery of the comments, and I don't know why. I am beyond confused.
Cause Megan Good went and got somebody who literally was fighting the case and just husband him all the way up. So
First of all, the ink was barely dry, and people let her live, which is weird because usually females don't get any flack when it comes to that.
mhm.
But she got flack, and people let her live while she was running around here being Jonathan Major's Coretta, out here getting her "I Have a Dream" 2 speech on, and
Well,
everybody let her be great. Devon been sitting up here head down, minding his business, doing what he do. Then he meets someone, and they've been together for about a year, from what I read and what I understand. And a lot of people was like, "Oh, that's too soon," and I'm like, "But y'all didn't say that when he proposed to Megan in 11 months. So make it make sense, because I'm torn.
hmm.
I don't understand why there's an issue."
Well, it sounds like
He
that's his MO. I mean, he meets somebody and they give him energy that he looking for, and then he just locks it on down. That's what it sounds like
Yeah,
he does. And
yeah,
I don't have an issue with it. I know another aspect of, people, I guess talking stuff was the age gap between him and the young
yes.
lady, and people forget that there's a significant age gap between Megan Good and Jonathan Majors. I don't even think he's 35. He's
No, he's
33,
33.
4,
I
something
think
like
he
that.
just turned 33.
So, it's the same type shit. People gonna pick who they pick, but I know one thing with him, he wants children. So why? Of course, he's probably gonna lean towards somebody that's a little bit younger, just from that standpoint. And shout out to the '80s generation, and we be doing our thug thizery, and I know he might be a little bit before us, but um, he is doing great. If you didn't know him as a public figure, I'm pretty sure nobody would know how old he
No
is
one
for
would, yeah, oh, for sure. Because he don't look nobody's 46.
real, at all.
So it's not like he looks like the girl's grandfather. Like they look fine together. They make a cute couple. And, it's just interesting because part of the hiatus that I have been on from the show has also been partially contributed to the fact that I took a little break from social media. Cause y'all just too negative and y'all too messy, and it's unnecessary, and I just don't need that in my life at this time. And so getting being back on social media for a limited time, because we limited the time with y'all toxicity. Um and seeing that, I'm because the first thing I think is like, oh man, that's dope. Like, good for him, because Megan been out here flashing this this troubled this
Trouble
troubled
civil
Negro.
rights
Right.
protester.
Right. Literally that. This troubled civil rights protester. She's been trotting him all over the place, running around half naked, doing
Paying
all the
bills,
things.
paying his bills. Like I'm pretty sure Devon did not have her out here spending no money. I just don't see him doing that.
But I ain't want to gossip, so you ain't heard that from me.
Mm.
And so again, I saw that, and since I've been removed from the toxicity that is IG, my first inclination was, oh, I mean, it would have been, oh, dope for me anyway, because like I said, I'm a fan of his. But seeing the comments and seeing everybody, and then they talking about, oh, well, she ain't Megan, duh. Like, what? Is y'all okay?
First of
Dang,
all,
y'all
if
miserable.
from probably just to speak for Divine, if somebody was like, she's not Megan, I'm pretty sure he would be like, good.
She ain't Megan. Good. You see? Man, fuck y'all. Because
I'll
we
be
liked
fucking
it. It
around.
was
I'll
funny
be
to
fucking
us.
around. I'll be
It
fucking
was funny to
around
us, but
sometimes. Sometimes.
fuck whatever y'all over there saying. It was funny to us. I got it. Dun-dun-dun.
I didn't even, you know what? Until I said it out loud, I was like, that was a bar.
Oh,
I just,
you see, I caught it immediately. Um, so um, like I said, good for him. Y'all weird. And you know, hey, wishing them the best.
wishing him the best. I feel like he's gonna probably get him some babies. She
And
looks
for
like
all
she
the
wants some babies,
sorry,
and everybody happy.
for all the she ain't Megan people, that's why y'all miserable now, because all y'all do is live in a world of comparison.
Comparison is a thief of joy.
Link in my bio if you want to book a session, because that's what it sounds like.
Hey, oh, you coming back? You coming back to the game? What's up? Oh,
Nah,
snap.
that was cap. But it's It sounded good, didn't it?
It did. It did. It did. It did. It did.
Oh, mercy. Anywho, I
Well,
digress.
I would like to move on to the fun yet irritating All Star Weekend because Coach Tamara and I are definitely fans of the NBA, and
For
we
sure.
definitely, check out the All Star festivities. But they changed the format this year when it came to the actual game, and I personally really wasn't feeling it. Now, the All Star Saturday night was cool. It was, what it normally is. I will say, Mac, what is his name? Mac McClurg, I think that's his name. He is he's special because I just have to say, and it's funny because they still work with Kia as a sponsor. So when Blake Griffin jumped over a car, it was a Kia Optima, and he probably jumped over the front corner of the hood at best. Okay.
Hmm.
Mac had a person in the car holding the ball out of the sunroof. He had to clear the actual height of the car. Had to. He set it up that way. I remember when my homie was over here, we watching it, and I'm like, oh, he about to do this shit, Blake Griffin did. I didn't even think. But number one, even if he did that, people gotta understand Mac is maybe 5'10", 6 feet at best. So even if he did the little hood thing, that's really for him impressive. No, no, no. I'm gonna jump over the whole car and not touch it. That's my first dunk. So what's your
Oh.
thoughts? Because I know you watched it.
Actually, I saw the highlights.
Mm,
This is what I'll say because I am like I'm I'm not gonna say I'm weird. I mean, I'm weird in a great way. I'm weird in like an Issa way. Um, but unlike most women, I look forward to Valentine's Day weekend because it's typically All Star weekend.
mm.
So I don't look to be like, oh, let's go do other romantic stuff. No, I'm just like, no, we about to, say get us some good food and catch these games. But I just feel like All Star has been so blah the last couple years
I would
that
honestly
I knew it was this weekend, but it just wasn't something that was at the forefront of my mind.
the
Now the
turning
game,
point.
yes, but the other events, I was like, okay.
Well, those weren't even what I mean. Let me see who won. The Tyler Hero won the three point contest. Okay, I mean he shoot threes. Dame botched it in his hometown, which is crazy because I thought he was gonna actually come to try to really win because I think it would have been a three-peat for him if he had a won.
Mm.
And then the right, what was it? The I've never cared for the skills challenge. I've always thought that was kind of like booty, so whatever. But
Yeah.
the dunk contest, Matt shut it down. It was a couple dudes that was kind of trying to keep it interesting, but I mean, he literally got 50s on all of his dunks, and he should have because and this is and just to keep it real, I'm a person who after the second year or really the first year, I was like, look, man, we black. This is our sport. You ain't about to let this white boy come in here and just own our shit. This year, I literally didn't have shit to say because his shit was so absurd. Like, and the people that was competing with him were so not even on his level. That boy, Mac, he was killing. Like, he literally jumped over a car for his first dunk, which is insane to me. And then everybody else had to get 3 and 4 tries on these dunks, and he was knocking it out on the first try on every single dunk. Like every dunk, he did not mess up. It was like watching a dunk contest in the late 80s on him. Everybody else was in the 2000s, but he was is in the 80s with his shit. So hopefully he will motivate people that like the John Morants and the Anthony Edwards and the younger guys that still could compete. Like y'all gotta bring it back to prominence because y'all it's a white dude that's winning 3 dunk contests in a row. And I'm not gonna take nothing from him, but that sentence sounded ridiculous. Just sorry it did.
It just fit. All Star is just not what it used to be, unfortunately. Because I was sitting up here like, oh, it's in the Bay. Like, how did I not know that?
That in itself should have made it amazing. They that and it's funny because Draymond Green was one of the, he's already set up to basically get into broadcast as soon as his career is done. But he was he was broadcasting and he was like, "Oh, I hate this format. It sucks." And
Oh
I
yeah,
agree. I fully agree. I don't like it. I did not like aspects of it was cool, but I don't like the up to 40. That takes away from people winning the MVP and people having a scoring average in the All-Star game. Like all that shit is gone. Like I get why they doing it. That was almost like a punishment because they really should be trying to play defense. I think a year or two ago, the score had went up to like 200 points
yeah, yeah.
because they
And
don't
that
play
was
no
boring
defense.
too, because no one wants to see that either. Like,
It's not dazzling. You just scoring a bunch of points. There's nobody playing defense. So what the fuck are we doing?
exactly. So it's like, how do you get these people to like for real play? And I mean, I get it because it's like, hey, I'm not about to risk getting injured over this shit. Like, I get it, but if you feel that
But
way, then why are you even here?
the one thing that I did like about the new format is them having the younger players and possibly G League players because the OGs are not going to let no younger players or
Oh, for
no G
sure.
League players beat them. So they gonna play it in. And that's why they inserted that. I already know what they was doing.
And that was entertaining from the standpoint of, like you said, like them actually putting some level of effort into it and playing some
Right.
D and getting some, getting some blocks and like actually attempting to care. um so that aspect of it, I didn't mind. But I was like, once it was the team Shaq and team Candace, I was like, it ain't no way in hell they gonna let them young boys beat them. Like,
At all.
absolutely. And they got close like that. But let's be clear. They could have really like mollywopped them. They just let it get close because they was trying to just, shoot long threes and do certain things. Like, so that was kind of the situation with that. But I mean, it was like it was cool. I don't know. I mean, the Kevin Hart commentary was pretty funny. At
It's
first, it
funny,
was it
yeah.
was off putting because I was like, I don't know why this is happening, but okay. And LeBron just came to show everybody his outfit. That's I'm convinced. LeBron came to show everybody his outfit, and
I,
and
I
that
was
and we
very
saw
dis
it.
I was very disappointed in LeBron because instead of giving his spot to somebody who could actually play and talking to Adam Silver, be like, "Yo, I'm hurt, but obviously I got picked. I want to still be involved." They would have gave you a concession. You Brian, but you took that spot from another person that could have actually had their first All-Star game. So that was weak. I didn't like it. I didn't like that
It
shit at
was
all.
foot and ankle discomfort. Discomfort. That's what they said. I'm like, my feet are uncomfortable every day, but I don't get to just not fucking go to work. But okay.
Yeah, I mean, I get it, but again, it's to me, it's more on the if you didn't feel like you was up to playing, then fine. But you could have came out, did all that bullshit. The NBA would have let you do it. They love you.
Yes.
You've
Yes.
been there for 22 years. This is we like I feel like he gonna come back next season for sure, which is insane. This is gonna
Mm-hmm.
be on season 23. And for him to start, nobody would have predicted him to have this type of longevity. Because I
Yeah.
wouldn't have. I would have been like, oh yeah, you play, 17, 18 years, whatever. 17, 18 years, he was still dogging people in them years. Hard.
So, I mean, hopefully it's better next year. I don't know. I mean, it's
I
not
hope
hard to
they
improve
bring
from
back
this.
the old format and they start taking it serious because they see the NBA and take that shit away. So maybe this was a wake up call. I'll just leave it at that because shit was disappointing.
I mean, shout out to Steph for winning
Oh,
MVP. Shout out to
you
Steph.
know, Steph gonna do his thing.
He got some sexy threes in there. Because I
Fuck
was like,
it.
this nigga did he do a floater three? Like what? Oh
Steph
God.
is not, or he's a video game character at this point because I don't even understand it.
Yeah, the half court
But
joint was fire too. So I appreciate that. And like they may not have won the 3-point contest, but he was getting off. He was getting
uh,
off. You know who wasn't getting off? You know
uh,
who also could have and should have had foot discomfort?
uh,
Fucking Harden. That nigga was just thick and in the way, as usual. As damn usual.
Harden, I don't think he gonna make it to the longevity of Bron. He might need to retire like next year, and that's being nice because it look like he is just not engaged. Even when I look at the shit he got from Korea, it's just like
I was sitting
you're
here looking
you're
like,
not here.
man,
You're not doing it, brother. You're not doing it. His shoes are also no. He got some great shoes, but they're great. I was like, damn, those are so great. I don't want them,
mm,
but yeah,
mm,
they're
mm,
good.
mm.
But the
Yeah.
All-Star game was what it was. It was, hopefully they bring it back to the original format or something and maybe spice it up some other way. This little tournament thing did not really tickle my fancy, but
It was a good idea in
it was a good
theory.
idea. I think
And
the scores were too low too. I think it needed if the scores were higher, it might have been more competitive.
I will say I did enjoy seeing Charles Barkley lose. That was great. That that was cool. I enjoyed that. That's great.
Well,
He doesn't
Charles
have a ring,
Barkley,
and and you just keep making bad decisions. So that was cool. And shouts out to Sheriff Shack. Um yeah, and he was
eh,
getting his off on Kevin Hart too. That was
that
fun.
was funny. That was funny. He did, and Shaq had on a ridiculous hat. I was like, I don't know about this one, man. I don't know. I mean, I guess. Live your life. It's for a 7 footer. You really can't do anything. Y'all look crazy doing whatever the fuck y'all do, just living. So it is what it is. But I would like to pivot into something that is kind of funny to me, to be honest. It because it doesn't make sense. It's one of those things where you talk so much stuff, and now you're seeing that the people that you were talking so much stuff was right. Oh my God. I want to talk about these Trump regretters. Like they literally voted against their best interest because they wanted to be racist and homophobic. Like literally. Like so just for context, what I'm referring to, they it's the interviews was a lot of farmers from the Midwest, which the Midwest is what really got Trump in there. A whole bunch of dumb people who thought a million billionaire was gonna care about their interests, which of course he wasn't. So um they were basically like, oh my God, I'm losing hundreds of thousands of dollars because these programs that Biden put in place are now ended because Trump ended a lot of his shit immediately and got Elon Musk next to him being like, that looks like that might help people and cost us some money. Cut that shit. So, no, man, it's hard to have sympathy because you voted to fuck over any brown person and any person who had a different sexuality or whatever the fuck. You just was like, fuck all of them.
Okay. Well, yeah, what I'll say in regards to that is I ain't gonna hold you. I was shocked that good old Trump was going this hard, like immediately.
He
However,
came out the gates.
however, again I was a little surprised that was happening, but I wasn't too shocked because the fact that he had to get his second term after losing, there was some animosity there. Like he wanted to
Oh
be a
yeah.
two-term president. Like I ain't gonna hold you. I low key wish Biden would have never won. We wouldn't even be dealing with this now. He would have came and continued wrecking shop, and we would be done. He would be done. And what could he be doing at this point?
But I don't know what would have happened over the last 4 years if Trump was in. What would he have done? Who we don't
The
even
wall,
know.
the wall would have got built. I mean, the wall would have got built. The migrants wouldn't have been in Chicago and other places or whatever. Um, we would just be used to eggs being high as hell. I don't know either, but the point is that we wouldn't be here because he would be gone, or
Oh, yeah,
we would
his
have
other,
someone
yeah.
in the process of attempting to clean up the mess, but he would never be able to come and make another mess of it again. Like that, I guess that's the point that I'm getting at.
Well,
Um,
it's to me, I feel like if you lost the first one or the second one, and then you
mhm.
try to get it after another 4 year term in between, what can you, that's why he coming in so hot because it's like all he got is these 4 years. He don't
Yes,
have a
and there's
possibility
animosity
of
because
doing
what?
another 4 years. He's just trying to get all his shit off immediately. And the fact and one thing that he did do to kind of set himself up, all these judges are people that he put in place. So all
Hmm.
these executive orders and shit that normally would be unconstitutional and wouldn't go through, they going through because it's all his homies in the course. So he wasn't completely dumb.
Um, yeah. So, and again, like we saw this in 2016. We saw how people was running around holding up signs saying Mexicans for Trump and all of this other crazy nonsense. And then as soon as he got in office, they got deported. Literally them. It's like, oh, you voted for me, that's great. Now take your ass back to ass back to El Poco or wherever the hell you from. And yeah, hurry up. You're taking too long.
I that aspect of how he got in is mind-boggling because I will give Trump props on this one aspect. He told you what the fuck he was gonna do. He said it. I don't know why these people who were not in the groups that he were really gunning for would fall for it because he told you and you had chose to ignore it. Like, that's crazy. He's not gonna do all of that. Yeah, he is. He's
He's gonna
crazy.
do all of that in 25 days.
Stupid as hell.
So
It is what it is. I mean, we are in a spot now where we're just gonna have to do our best, which honestly, whoever, Democrat, Republican, whatever, we got to do our best, focus on setting ourselves up the best way as possible, and not really dwell on what's going on with these fools because it's above our pay grade. We can't even, they literally just and middle America picked this person. This is the funny thing. They're the ones who getting fucked the most. Farmers literally like, I'm losing hundreds of thousands of dollars because all these programs that used to help me are gone. Democrats did that for you, idiot. But you were so worried about a trans person or a black person or whatever person that you hated that they acted like they hated too. Meanwhile, a lot of them funny style doing shit in the closet, have a whole bunch of brown friends. They don't give a shit about you.
or even outside of that, they could be none. They cannot have. They cannot even know what a brown friend looks like, or have, or have never seen a trans person like in the flesh, but have those feelings of hate. And it's like you live in a sundown town that you never leave. This don't even affect you for real.
So vote for your interest and not your prejudice. This was a big lesson because I don't know why all these motherfuckers forgot what Republicans do when they're in office. Because the last time Trump was in there, he was fucking around. And I don't know why they forgot, but whatever, I guess.
Well, because again, he wasn't going like he didn't come in and then just be like, "Hey, let me lay off all these government employees. Unemployment about to be through the damn roof. It's already hard out here in these streets for finding a job, no matter what the numbers say. It's hard out here for a PIMP. Um, and now it's about to be even rougher. And um I'm just kind of sitting back from an observatory standpoint because um if the stock market crashed, then that's when he'll be up for impeachment. The
Yeah.
the the president's priority, and I don't care. Listen, y'all, I don't care what nobody tell you. I don't care what them stupid ass history books tell you. The president's primary area of focus is the stock market.
Hmm.
The yes, like the stock market, and if we are in wartime, then that as well. But as long as the stock market stays afloat, then he'll manage. And I know a lot of y'all may not pay attention to the stock market the way I pay attention to the stock market. That's why Sis is not taking on new clients. I have moved on. Um, when Trump is, you know, saying, I'm gonna do these tariffs and it's gonna go into effect on this day, market plummets 100, 200, 300 points. And then as soon as he say, I'm gonna pause on it, shoots right back up. So
Like
I'm
it's
literally watching
so
it in
one
real
plus
time.
one equal two type shit. Like when he was saying the shit while he was campaigning, I was trying to understand why people was still fucking with him, but they peanut brains was comprehending it like, oh, if we charge tariffs, they gonna pay it and our price is gonna stay the same. No, they're never doing that. They're gonna pass that buck on to you, dummy. Then it's so many Trump supporting women who love Sheen and Timo and all that shit. You're gonna have to pay a duty on that now because you're an idiot. And I'm not even gonna pull no punches. Like people voting against their own interests based on bigotry, you're a low IQ person. Like, why would you vote against your own interests based on people who don't live in your house with you? Stupid. But
And there you have it.
America, America.
This this is America. Shout outs to Childish Gay. That song will literally never get old.
Oh, before we get out, just because we talked, then we talked about Drake a little bit. Did we? No, we didn't. Oh, that was off camera. One thing I do want to say, I really did enjoy this the Super Bowl halftime show. Kendrick did exactly what you thought he was gonna do, and he blackety blacked it up, and that's what he was supposed to do. And I will give you props for that. But on that same note, I still was listening to Drake earlier today, his new music, and I was enjoying it. So I don't have any horse in this race because guess what? I am not getting paid by any of them. So I'm gonna like what the fuck I like.
And from what I'm seeing, it appears that you're being entertained on both fronts. So shouts out to you.
I'm winning because that was entertaining and the other shit was entertaining too. I'm just gonna go what entertainment is because why not? I can.
You can.
But on that note, I think we're going to wrap up this episode. We did a little shorty a little bit, but
Indeed. But that's all right.
it's
That
okay.
is
We'll be
all
back
right.
soon and we
Yes, we'll
will
be back
offer
soon.
our insights as per usual. I am Creed of Architects of Mars and ExitStudios.com, and my co-host is
Coach Tamara Simone, your favorite life coach's favorite life coach. If you don't know, now you know.
Baby Baby. And as per usual, this episode is brought to you by architectsofmars.com. Check out our new collection. This is one of our super dope pieces, embroidered, by the way. This is not no print. This is embroidered luxury. That's what we do at Architects of Mars. Just, let you know what we do over here. But
All luxurious and shit.
that's what we do. But on that note, we will see you again soon. Have
Mhm.
a beautiful week and month and all of those things. We will be back.